This is Bhaktapur, Nepal, a town with great history, magnificent temples, and a lovely people. In March of 2016, 19 artists from 15 countries came here for a collaboration project. This is their story.
I should start by welcoming you all officially here to World Wood Day in Nepal, Bhaktapur, which I think is a pretty special location to be working in, and to the Brick by Brick collaboration.
The team is already here to set up and start our project here in Bhaktapur. It's for our collaborative project.
We have 19 artists representing 15 countries. Some people who've been to World Wood Day taking part in other events, but not the collaboration.
The most important thing about this project is that none of us work alone. This is not individual work. This is collaboration and learning. We'll all learn from each other by doing that.
Last year was my first collaborative project, and this is the second. Whenever I'm in a collaborative project and I'm exposed to the experiences of everybody and learning from everybody.
Here's the challenge, and it becomes one of the goals. How do we implement wooden bricks that have been made by other artists?
So the project's called Brick by Brick. That was a reaction to myself and Jack when we came to visit Nepal in December.
The idea of brick by brick just made total sense when we came here because there's bricks everywhere. There's piles of bricks everywhere from the devastation of the last earthquake.
Basically, we decided on a size of brick and invited all artists who were coming, anyone who wanted to, and then also people who were involved in past World Wood Days, or generally anyone we knew.
You could include people from all over the world. They just send you this wooden brick, and then you implement this installation.
We're going to be working at a school for underprivileged children, so I don't think we'll be able to separate that from what we're doing. It's all going to feed in and affect it. So we're going to clear this area and put a tent up, partially tent some of it, and we're going to build whatever we're making out here.
When we visited the school where the project was going to take place, and we are essentially building a sculpture, and then I don't know exactly when the idea was hatched, but all of a sudden we decided as a group to not just make a sculpture, but make something for this school, because there is no playground. It's essentially just dirt.
We're calling it a playground for simplicity. If you decide as a team to go in that direction, that's what it is. It's an interactive sculpture.
I spoke to the headmistress today to go through our ideas with her. She said this was wonderful. She said there's nothing like this here and it'd be wonderful for the children.
I was very curious to know about the things, and I was excited to learn what they are going to do. It was a very new experience for me. I want to know what will be their creation.
We sat down. We had an open general discussion about what it is to collaborate, what it is to brainstorm, what it is to design. For many of our artists, this is their first time doing anything like this.
En el momento que se propuso la opción de hacer el playground y que empezamos a pensar en qué podíamos hacer para los niños, fue muy bonito porque había un sentimiento de pasión por lo que íbamos a hacer.
So everyone forms groups, they develop a project, and then that gets voted on. All of these faces are available to carve on.
They can go under, over, and do all sorts of things.
I mean, I always remember as a child just liking to see how high I could climb up something and jump off.
Children, they can move here inside, just play, things,
We wanted to have some kind of a structure where the kids could be actually in a tunnel, but be able to actually climb on the outside of the structure too.
We have two spaces to consider. You can narrow it down to two.
It's been tough at times. We've had to reject some people's ideas. We've narrowed our ideas down and now have 2 secure plans to move forward.
Where we are is that the 2 strong components are the triangle ones and the curved ones. One is organic and one is geometric. One is for one location, one is for the other location. We didn't talk about the design of what we'll do with the bricks. We're going to try to make it simpler for us.
I came with some pictures that I printed out. Anissa posted on Facebook initially, and then I'd done some more research and I found this picture of some towers. It gave the inspiration and it sort of matched the idea of the DNA strands. The design of that is that it does sort of represent DNA, and we have talked about renewal as a theme. I think that would.
If you're not in agreement, raise your hand. Otherwise, it's what we're doing. Okay, good, excellent.
Combine ideas together. It's not something that is easy, but we were able to do it, and we all unite together.
We have to wait for the ceremony to start, which is just a blessing for safety and good luck.
The moment we arrived, they said, no, we can't start working. We need to brace our tools.
I am really overwhelmed, actually, to see this culture and how people live here.
There's a lot of religious ceremonies. Every day is another festival for another god.
They are really serious about their religion. We respect their culture and like it.
This morning, 5 people that are going to head over to the sawmill, and they will be preparing the half-round logs. We also have a group that's going to be working a little more on the technical design of putting the project here together. We can work together on moving some benches and some equipment. The rest of us can start working on some bricks. Let's try not to waste as much time as possible because we know what we're up against.
My name is Natanahira Puna, and I'm from New Zealand. It's my first time here and first time as a collaborative artist. It's a very wild experience, especially meeting new artists, finding new things, and coming to Nepal.
我叫王海波，这次来的目的是参加合作项目，然后跟国外友人一起进行一次技术性的交流。
फर्स्ट टाइम हो मलाई चाहिँ अलिकति अनौठो कस्तो कस्तो लागेर चाहिँ एकदम खुसी लागिरहेको छ यस्तो प्रोजेक्टमा सहभागी भएकोमा
I'm very impressed in this collaboration project because I have been also the many programs, but not like this. We have many different friends from many different countries, and we can learn the many different style wood carving.
म पहिला भाग लिएको थिएन, अहिले रमाइलो लागिरहेछ धेरै।
यहाँ आएर मलाई निकै खुसी अनुभव भएको छ। धेरैजना धेरै देशको साथीहरूसँग भेट भएर मलाई निकै खुसी भएको छ र आफ्नो विचारहरू र विभिन्न खालको आइडियाहरू एकअर्कामा शेयर भइराखेको छ।
I'm a local traditional wood carver. It's very special for me. It's it's my born city. In normally Bhaktapur we don't have very big project like that. I'm feeling really proud.
You're talking about one moment which was the worst, I think, was the day we sent a team to a wood shop to start cutting up timber to make the project.
We went to the sawmill to get the material. We had the sawmill ready to cut it up, and then we were stopped from doing that for various reasons.
For whatever reason, it was too expensive and we were told not to buy the timber.
The curved one, that couldn't happen. I was really disappointed about that because it was like we've been really hard thinking about that, and then no wood.
We had to ring the team who'd been sent out to come back, and they did nothing for the morning. I think it was a real moment where a lot of the team went, you know, what's happening here?
After the group chose the design, it was then time to form a smaller group so that we could figure out the details, because this was a complex project. There was a lot of tricky joinery, and we have minimal equipment. Luckily, and stuff with Aditi on our team, that's what she does for a living. She designs playgrounds.
We have 13 of those triangles here, triangular frames. And so the highest one goes at 2.3 meters. I'm a furniture designer. Right now I'm taking up projects for playground design for children in India. Initially I was very skeptical of my role here. I was wondering what would be my contribution to the project. As it happened to be that we are making a playground here as well, and suddenly my role has gone quite big here, which was very unexpected.
These are gonna be pegs to mark where we're gonna do the construction.
We have the higher part in the front over here and the lower part over here. So we're discussing that it won't be symmetrical. It will actually be more like a fish where the head is bigger and then it slopes down.
Normally you build a model for some people to imagine it, and also to get the dimensions.
To actually see something, where we first saw it like this size on a computer screen, now it's going to be, 9 meters long by almost 2.5 meters high. That's exciting.
Right now we have, as usual, overextended ourselves somewhat and are putting ourselves under huge pressure. We've 3 projects on the go on site. The main interactive sculpture, and also at the same time a sculpture out of all the bricks we've received from around the world.
Third one sort of snuck up on us. It was a pagoda that wasn't completed, and it was sitting there, and we decided to grab it, and we had a spare area for the younger children.
Oh, perfect. Our team are working really well in difficult conditions. People are really committed to this project. There's no one going to leave Nepal without this thing working.
Why are we changing it from yesterday's plan to do this?
Because if you've got a massive surface area that's floating on the top, you tension these things, this surface area is not going to sink itself. When kids start playing on this thing, those little points are slowly going to work themselves down till eventually they're flush anyway. This morning we just came up with a different approach to installing these things. I suggested it to the design team. They okayed it. It was changed to make it simpler.
Yeah, but I'm concerned about how fast this is going to go together, because we're in the same problems that we had last year.
So am I. That's why I think we should do it.
So there's a bit of confusion with between myself and some of the team members of the design, or the technical design aspects for the components. I think Kelly and I lost a little track of what was happening there.
Yesterday, where it was a graph scale drawing that you'd drawn, and this was tipping up like that.
Well, it's tipping back like this, but this bottom part has the angles cut on it. It was never, it would never be like that. Yeah.
There has been miscommunication. It's irrelevant who told who what, but we're here now. So, when can we get on with doing this? How do you feel about going this way?
We're going to go this way.
Okay. I think the big issue here is that myself and Jack can't be fully in the design conversations that are happening. We're doing our best to hold on to the situation, but it's been very difficult.
Because this is a playground, and it's really important to have this structural integrity at this 10 years, 15, 20 years down the track.
Right now, I can see the logic to it.
Okay.
Okay. So our biggest challenge now is time.
We've got 5 more days to go, and we've only just got the material, so we're very limited by time. It's getting to the point where it's getting a bit panicky because of the size of the structure, the time-consuming nature of it, the constraints we have in the amount of time we have to work on it, and it's just a normal part of the process, and I love it. It just gets panicky and chaotic, but we know it'll work in the end.
Since the start of their creation, our kids seem very curious to know about that. I have asked the students also, I asked how do you feel about these things and what did you learn from them? And they replied me, they are very, very happy with this. They learned new things.
They're very interested to know how they learn carving. Few of them were even asking us where could they learn. The kids wanted to know what kind of school, where it is located and how they can enroll it in.
USA secret. You like the top one?
What do you think is a good thing to put on the project? What would you like to see?
They want flowers.
Flowers, good. Anyone else?
Penguin, she wants a penguin.
Penguin? Okay, we need a carver for a penguin.
We interacted with children who have never met people from so many different places at once. Being in a place like Bhaktapur, I'm sure they've met other foreigners, but to have 15 different countries in their schoolyard, that had to be an experience of a lifetime for them and us, and it's hard to duplicate something like that.
Kids are very happy because I think they haven't seen these games in their school, in any kind of school, so they are happy. What's going to happen now? What's going to happen now? They are asking us, so they are happy and we are happy.
So we'll get one of the kindergarten classes to come out, put handprints all over, and just have one inside with carved handprints from the kids' class all over it. I think it's a nice idea.
Just one hand. One hand. Push. Any angle. Yay!
我希望他是能3年、5年，或者说更长时间的留在这所学校，然后让现在的小朋友长大之后，到了20-30岁还能看到这种作品。
The children, they were just smiling, coming there. They were curious. They just wanted to know what was happening in their school, you know.
You see them coming around every time to see what we're doing. They are happy.
They were really happy with these things, enjoying. For me, this is just fantastic.
मलाई त यो देखेर एकदम अनौठो के कहिल्यै नदेखे जस्तो हामीले त यो सोच्नै सकेका छैन यो कस्तो हुन्छ भनेर हामीले सोच्नै सकेका छैन.
The community was exposed to us. They all loved us just as much as we loved being with them.
राम्रै डिफ्रेन्ट पार्छ यस्तो भूकम्प आएर यस्तो भएको बेलामा उहाँहरू आएर यस्तो हेल्प गरिराख्नु भएको छ.
It's not a particularly wealthy country. Obviously it's had its difficulties recently with the earthquake. It would be arrogant to think we're making a huge difference to anything here. But for our project, the great thing that's come out of this is that we're making something for the school here.
That's a great opportunity to the Bhaktapur city, the cultural city, to expose their culture, to take a part in this project.
Being in Bhaktapur and walking across that site, going to the school and working there, I think I'll remember that the most.
I learned about World Wood Day from Jack Vessery. What motivated me to be here is to see how a group of people from so many countries with such diverse backgrounds can come together to do a project of this complexity, scale, and magnitude.
Siento el grupo muy ameno. Hemos compartido bastante y aunque las diferentes habilidades, sus estilos, ¿verdad? Creo que todos han podido aportar al proyecto y lo han hecho muy bien.
As we make the A-frames, people can start carving all of them.
यो प्रोजेक्टबाट मैले चाहिँ धेरै सिकेको छु हैन.
जस्तै कोही चाहिँ अब ब्रिकमा हैन आफ्नो काम गरिरहेको छ भने कोही चाहिँ कार्भिङमा फोकस छ.
रमाइलो पनि लागिरहेछ धेरै नयाँ नयाँ कुरा पनि सिक्न पाएको छ रमाइलो छ.
Everyone is worth something and everyone brings something to the project. And I think people get a huge amount out of it because we allow them to excel at the things that they are good at.
So my name is Joss. I'm a friend of Natalie. I was supposed to visit the town, but I'm very happy to help here. And it's very difficult not to stay here and try to help. There are many things which are very interesting, how they think about the project and how they realize it. I would like to be part of this project too.
People have been really included and everyone seems to have got involved, and it's what makes the thing work. And I just feel like even if there are problems, people are able to shake it off a bit better.
I think the best part about collaboration that you can do more than yourself. You can take up skills of everyone and create something larger than yourself or larger than everyone. I think that's the best part. Hope we don't break it.
And you learn here that there are so many ways, and coming up with new ways of doing things that is a big part of the learning on these trips. You don't get to feel like this anywhere else. You don't get to experience these amazing moments, this camaraderie, this group of people from such disparate locations, all working together to the single goal, all working in harmony.
Wow, big day. Lots happening. Lots of carving going on. All the construction components were finished and we started putting them up. And as you see behind me, they're all stacked there ready to go for tomorrow. We're at that point because we have one day left. One full day here in Bhaktapur.
We took 6.5 days to get to this point, building this thing. It's pretty impressive. And everyone here should be really proud of themselves. But we're not done yet. We have 24 hours left here to get this up, to get this fixed. So let's give 24 more hours of the same graphs we've been given for the last 10 days or so, and we'll make this project work. We got children to design a brick. We gave them a piece of paper the size of the face of the brick. They drew what they wanted on them, and our guys are carving them into the bricks. So we'll have, I think, about 30 or so of those.
In that drawing process, they collaborated. So 2 kids would work on a panel. Hopefully we had at least 1 or 2 artists work on the carving and interject something to their design. So that all came together pretty well.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's nice. The Israeli family came in because they were curious. And then the kids designed the brick. The 2 kids at the school carved on them. We both like the inclusiveness. It doesn't need to be constricted to the team in particular.
This way, a little.
The piece has merit. The piece has a lot of merit. It's a good, big, strong sculptural form.
I like it. It's a good design. It'll be great for the kids. Good. Some of the things that they have never seen before, and same with me. I've never seen a playground built this way.
The main project for them will be history, I guess, because it's not like it's a ready-made thing that we brought from somewhere and just dump it in their school. No, they see us making it, so that will be a great history to them.
Yeah, we just got to get it.
Good job. Good job. It's our last day here in Bhaktapur, and we've just put all the pieces of the interactive sculpture into place for the first time, which is quite exciting. There's still plenty to do. We're going to World Wood Day tomorrow. We'll have to come back in 4 or 5 days and finish off the carving, tension everything back up again, make sure it's secure for when we leave.
Really happy this is almost done. A little bit adjustment.
It is imagine. Very nice work and very fast.
It's excellent. Yeah, it's 7.7 meters. The difference is like in little centimeters, nothing. very accurate as the designers.
I think I was just talking to IP and he said I couldn't imagine this going up. It's just, I just couldn't believe it. I was telling him that you should always reach farther than you can really stretch. So it just came together. It's beautiful.
The push right now is to finish the brick project, so that's starting to be assembled now.
We got a huge amount of bricks sent to us from all around the world, and we had all the carvers who came to World Wood Day bring a brick, or as many as could did, and we're assembling them into a sculpture that's about 9 feet tall when it's finished.
So we're going to do these, we're going to screw through from underneath, so that's going to be really strong into this first layer of plywood, and we've made these holes for the screws. So each layer we'll put on, we'll measure the angle, we'll screw in, and we'll put glue for each layer as well. We've laid them all out so that they're all really mixed up in terms of colour and pattern and everything, and also so that all the countries are spread out amongst each other.
Quite a few people are carving.
We're also making 2 panels to give to the school, so they're going to be kind of group carvings amongst everybody in the team. They're all going to add something to it. And then there's the kids' bricks. We're going to reassemble it and give it as a gift to the school.
So John and Jan have been working diligently on the model of the playground from Bhaktapur.
Because we couldn't bring the work we'd done, we needed a way to communicate what we had done. And it just very simply communicates, this is what we made, here's 2 or 3 images of the steps we took to get it. So today is the Holy Festival, also known as the Festival of Colours. As soon as we got on site, all the volunteers here attacked us, and now we're all working multicolored today.
होली चाहिँ अब नेपालको एउटा मान चाड होइन, हिन्दू धर्मावलम्बीहरूको।
It's really nice to have something that's put together by everyone from the world.
We hope it's gonna look like 2 spirals at the end, finishing like the same way it started.
थरीथरीको चाहिँ बुट्टाहरू देख्न पाएकोले मलाई चाहिँ त्यसमा चाहिँ धेरै कार्भिङहरू अनि धेरै
हरेक केही हाम्रो आर्टिस्टहरूले पनि नौलो सृजना गर्ने चाहिँ मौका पाउने छ भनेर मलाई विश्वास लागेको छ।
它里面集中了很多来自每个不同国家他的一些对这个砖的理解，爱好木雕者去看的话，他能看到一些每个国家不同的一些刀法，不同的一些理解。
It's been really nice that people have been coming and they've been looking for their own brick that they put into it, and they're really excited to see it part of the collaborative project.
Part of the team on the 24th will go back to Bhaktapur to do some work. We split the team up. 10 artists from the team went to Bhaktapur.
We still need to go back to Bhaktapur because the point we got to with the interactive sculpture, it's up and it's stable, but we want to secure it more, so we need more cabling, securing it to the concreted metal posts. Also there's some carving details to be finished, some sanding, and then we want to string some rope. We've got some old climbing rope. We're going to string it through for the children to climb on and crisscross and hang off as another element of the climbing structure that we've built for them.
In the meantime, while the 10 people were there doing that, The rest of the team was back here at World Wood Day, and we were completing the brick structure and finishing the carvings, which I was pretty impressed with what they did. I was blown away by some of the detail work that they put into those panels.
And we also did the lovely project where we got the children to collaboratively design bricks, and we've assembled them into a small play toy, if you will, that moves and they all rotate around each other. You know, when you're reaching the end of these projects, it's always hard graft. There's always stress and just pressure and a physical demand to get there. But there's never a doubt that it won't happen.
When I saw it up like that, I felt a lot of relief.
It's probably the biggest thing that I saw it through and helped make it happen. I think I felt pretty proud when the bricks finished today.
It's all mixed culture, mixed design, mixed meanings, mixed nice thinking. And these two spiral just mean that we can all mix together and just like be strong.
For me, this piece is a unity from all over the world, because we got bricks all over the world sent, and unity that the world actually needs today. For me, that stands as an example for that.
I like the topic because 9 months or 10 months ago we have a big earthquake. So after earthquake we have to rebuild everything, like house, temple, everything.
The Nepali title, it actually translates to one after another. We're putting these pieces back together one by one as people rebuild and renew this area.
For the people of Nepal, it brings them hope. Now they can rebuild and keep moving on.
Everybody wanted to get a picture. It's really amazing to see different countries, different hands make something like it was made by one hand.
Al final es impresionante, creo que es un trabajo elegante, con gran detalle a la hora de ponerlos todos juntos.
282 bricks, 250 kilograms of weight, 130 artists submitted a brick, and 55 different species of wood.
Seeing the enthusiasm with which people have got involved, the people who wanted to put a brick in the project, and how delighted people are that this has happened. It surprised me how far-reaching it was.
So today we went back to Bhaktapur. It was more of a sort of an official closing presentation ceremony.
After we arrived, and we spent 10 minutes just watching them playing on it. And we just sat there and looked at them, and it was one of the most satisfying things.
There was a lot of fun in their faces, joys. It was just great.
मलाई यो गरेको धेरै राम्रो लागेको छ र रमाइलो पनि छ अनि यसमा डिजाइनमा अब
Pues sí, realmente yo quedo muy satisfecho, contento por el trabajo que hicimos.
So the kids playing with it, the kids interacting with it, the kids enjoying the beauty of it, and the dreaming they will do as they explore that structure with elephants and monkeys and giraffes and everything else that's carved on it I think that's just a much better thing than art itself.
The impact for the playground, I think we've already seen that.
I think it's very important to expose children to art in general.
You are now artists, see? Good job.
Seeing children jumping up and down, it was a wonderful thing.
Namaste, everyone. Namaste. This is our final day with our project.
यसमा चाहिँ अब याद गर्ने भनेको तपाईको अब नौलो आर्टिस्टहरुसँग चाहिँ काम गर्न पाइयो हैन.
I don't think we need to say too much. Because we just got full justification that what we did here was a big success.
मैले चाहिँ यसमा चाहिँ हैन के कुरा बिर्सिने चाहिँ सबभन्दा पहिलो उयो टिमवर्क नै बिर्सिँदैन म
I think to our team, the collaborative team, I just hope you're all feeling very proud of yourself, like we are of you right now.
Of all the projects I've done, this is the best. For me, it gives me a lot.
But we have a special one for the principal that we all signed and put our countries on.
The principal of the school out in Bhaktapur where we worked, and she had this great vision to see that this would be an amazing educational experience for her school.
Thank you. I think that everyone's dream came true now. I've seen everybody is working hard. It will give the message to the people of Bhaktapur how the culture and the art can be combined.
First, congratulate everybody for your success of your mission and for your great work. And I want to thank on behalf of my school for doing all the things for our children. To meet you, all the peoples from different countries. It's a great opportunity for us. Thank you very much.
It was a kind of an emotional morning to see that what we did worked. To hear the headmistress talk so positively about what we did and what it means to her and the school to have the work that we've done there, that's very rewarding for everyone.
I've been to many collaborations, but this one's very unique, that each person is essentially from a different country, essentially from all continents. And that makes for a very unique experience.
There's some relief that it's done. This was the toughest one I've been involved in. The hardest thing I think about this project is that the hard part is the emotions. You know, you make a new family.
अहिले त हामीको यहाँ बस्दाखेरि हामीले काम गर्दाखेरि एकअर्काको भावना
I think it was really good being here and I thank everyone on the team.
टिम मेम्बरहरुको लागि त धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद. धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद.
To be part of the team that came down to Nepal to do this great project, you know, it's something to cherish for the rest of my life.